Time for game one of the National League Championship Series.
Two teams that match up for the first time ever in the postseason. And there it goes! An ambush by Schwarber. Harper deep into right center, and he'll watch this one fly.
I think they just ambushed him.
Castellanos, he's on a home run binge. The Phillies win game one.
We gotta understand what we did right, what we did wrong, and be ready to play another baseball game.
Raucous Citizens Bank Park, and they are ready to roar as we get set for game two. It's the 2023 National League Championship Series, and it is presented by Loan Depot. The Arizona Diamondbacks out of the National League West against the Philadelphia Phillies from the NL East. And hi, everybody. We welcome you. Great to have you with us from Philadelphia. I'm Brian Anderson along with Ron Darling and Jeff Francoeur. We'll hear from Matt Weiner in just a moment. Phillies win game one. They handed Arizona their first loss of this postseason and go to 5-0 here in their home park in the process. So, guys, we spent time in each clubhouse before the game here today. Give us some perspective after game one. Let's start with the Phillies from your perspective, Jeff.
Well, I'll tell you what, guys. Rob Thompson's done exactly what he has wanted to do as far as get the lead early and then get this home field advantage behind you. Probably no better home field advantage going in baseball than what they have here in Philadelphia. 11-2 in the last 13 games. Out-homered their opponents, guys, by 34 runs. And look at the last one, 15-1 in game ones. They know how to get the lead and leverage that high-end bullpen. And you hear these fans behind, they're ready to go again tonight.
Well, Ronnie, Arizona withstood this wave from these fans, and they actually put up a great fight at the end of that game.
They did last. Torey Lovullo, we saw him before the game. He said his team never dies. And last night looked like it could have been a blowout. Early home runs and the pitching of Wheeler. Perdomo with the home run. Now they have 11 home runs now off the bat of their 23-year-old, and they had the tying run at the plate in the last 3 innings and really battled, but finally ended in a double play. Their chances, well, they had a chance to steal game one, but when you think about it, they're going to need more from the entire lineup. Carroll and Marte have been amazing, hitting 340, slugging over 600. The rest of the lineup, though, barely hitting over 200 and slugging in the 400s.
All right, Ronnie, game two starters are lined up. That means Aaron Nola against Merrill Kelly.
Aaron Nola has been so good for this team for so long, over 7 years. There's only been 2 pitchers that have won more postseason games than Aaron Nola. That'd be Cole Hamels and Steve Carlton. And when you're talking about Merrill Kelly, he's the second behind Zach Gallen. He had an outstanding year. He's got an assortment of pitches, especially his slow stuff. That might work well against the Phillies.
Merrill Kelly, age 35, getting a moment in the League Championship Series. This series shifts to Phoenix after tonight. But game two is queued up at raucous Citizens Bank Park. We got lineups in first pitch. It's coming your way next on TBS. The 2023 postseason on TBS is brought to you by Geico Insurance Made Easy. Great scene at Citizens Bank Park. There is Arizona's game two starter, Merrill Kelly. He carries the heavy burden tonight. And Matt Weiner, he goes from casual observer center of the ring tonight at Citizens Bank Park.
That is exactly right. It was a little less than a year ago that Merrill Kelly and his brother Reed were in the seats here at Citizens Bank Park for Game 3 of the World Series, a 7-0 Phils win. During the game, Merrill turned to Reed and said, "This is where I want to be next year." He met the stage, of course, not necessarily the city, but he got a taste of this wild environment, and this crazy crowd may have its attention on Kelly even more than usual after what he said yesterday, that the atmosphere for Team USA's World Baseball Classic game against Venezuela in Miami was something he had never seen before. Of course, as you know, BA, that energy can cut two ways. As Kelly put it, postseason adrenaline is a hell of a drug.
Yeah, no question. He's been all over the map, played in Korea. He's pitched in winter ball, and here he is getting a start in the League Championship Series as we check that Diamondbacks batting order turned in by Torey Lovullo. And Merrill Kelly hoping this lineup can give him some early run support with Carroll, Marte, and Pham. Walker, Moreno, and Gurriel in the middle with Thomas, Longoria, and Perdomo rounding out the starting nine. It's been the same starting nine for every game in this postseason for Arizona. And Ronnie, there is Aaron Nola. He is a very good number 2 starter.
Well, you see his postseason starts already. He won Game 1 in the Wild Card Series and the Game 3 against the Braves. We were saying about Kelly's comments, all I could think about is that the Philly fans, like the Michael Jordan meme, they took it personally.
Yeah, they did. And they're looking for a villain right now. And so far, we haven't heard quite the same sass from the Philly fans
Vitriol
to the Braves, but it's starting to swell up here a little bit. Here we go, Game 2. Carlos Torres, home plate umpire. He says play ball. Aaron Nola's ready to go. And away we go here in Game 2 of this National League Championship Series.